What's up, guys? Welcome back to Let's Play Painkiller Hell Wars. So we're finally getting back to this Let's Play. I'm kicking it back into high gear. We've got like 4 new videos to upload, I believe. Commentaries are slowly coming back here because allergy attacks and horrible nonsense of the like, and me being sick every time of the year, and just being incapable of doing commentaries. So I don't sound quite as horrible as I thought I was going to today, so I figured I'd go ahead and get one out before they get bad again. In this level, we acquire a new weapon, which we had already, but I tried to make it seem like we didn't. I'm not cheating. I just had it from the save file downloaded. It is a rocket launcher and a chain gun in the same weapon, and if you can think of a better weapon, a more awesome sounding weapon than that, then be my guest to try, because I think this game has just completely eclipsed itself with awesomeness now. This is like the best thing ever invented. This thing is, we've gone like full Quake now. So yeah, it's awesome, and it's what we're going to be using for the majority of this level. Now, the levels are starting to get really long now compared to how they were at the beginning of the game. So this level is going to take us a while. This is the abandoned factory level, and is full of these armed zombie mercenary soldier guys that they do wield silenced MAC-10s for some reason, and they do random air acrobatics and stuff like that, and they throw grenades at us, which for some reason lie dormant until we walk over them. I guess they're like some kind of landmine of some kind. So we have we don't start out with again, this is the beginning of every level, we don't start out with very much ammo, so we're kind of using everything sparingly here. We started out with a little bit of ammo for the rocket launcher thingy, but not too much, so I'm probably going to be using the stake gun for a minute until we get some more. The game is going to give us a lot of rockets, though, by the end of this level, so we're going to be using this thing a hell of a lot. And it's every bit as awesome as it sounds. The rockets behave exactly like they do in every Quake game, and the chain gun part is still pretty good. It's not that great in this game that doesn't have aim assist, which is fine because everything is like big blasts and splash damage, but this like kind of precision weapon doesn't really seem to... It's accurate, which is kind of a problem in a game like this. So, but it doesn't do the whole spread thing like the one in Quake 2 does, and fantastic, fabulous explosions and sending the guy off screen where he can go die elsewhere. One thing about this encounter that I noticed, that I'm noticing a lot more the more I play Hell and Damnation, is that there seems to be a lot of encounters in Hell and Damnation where you're just kind of wandering around trying to find the last guy. And to me, that doesn't feel like good game design. I'm using the Painkiller for a minute here because I'm almost out of ammo and everything right now, so I'm trying to be a little bit more sparing. And these guys are not that tough. You just got to be able to dodge their range attack because they have machine guns. You can either cause him to drop his gun or actually cut off his arm. I'm not sure what happens first, but he just kind of shrugs it off and continues to shoot with the other hand. I'm able to hit them while they're airborne doing their little stupid flip jump thingies with pretty much every other weapon except for the Painkiller. Man, the music in this level is awesome too. The music in the next 2 levels are great. I think the level after this recycles the music we'd already heard, but this level is just fantastic. I don't think I'll ever get tired of this game. But yeah, I'm trying to play Hell and Damnation a little bit more here and there. I've just got so many games I'm playing right now, and the Let's Plays I'm still working on. I don't want to get too carried away with Hell and Damnation before I've finished this Let's Play, and I don't know how long it's going to take to finish this. It's almost been a year since I've started this, when you think about it. A couple months, a little bit been a year, and I've not really gotten that far. This was always kind of a side Let's Play anyway, even though I'm highly, highly enjoying it. But if you had to ask me which version I'd prefer to play on any given day, if it wasn't for the fact I was making a Let's Play, I would prefer this version over Hell and Damnation. It just seems to play better with the technology given to you, and the density of the enemies kind of works out. So there's a new enemy type here. These guys have ridiculous flamethrower grenade launcher hybrid weapons, and they are actually very, very tough. I'm going to use the electro driver here for a minute, so we have a decent amount of... Well, we don't have hardly any ammo for it, I take it back. But I just wanted to use it and empty it out while we still have, while we're still low on ammo for other stuff. We finally got some rockets there, so I'm gonna break out the rocket launcher and chain gun thing and use some of those. They have, again, it's the same kind of splash damage thing. You'd use them just like you would in Quake. They are immensely good. and that cause the game to lose some frame rates. But yeah, the guys with the flamethrowers and the grenade launchers, they are very tough. They have a lot of health, and there's some particular spot where you can critical hit them and get their flamethrower things to explode. I'm not exactly sure how to do it. It just seems to kind of happen at random unless I'm missing a particular location where you can hit them. But the easiest, by far the easiest way to deal with them is with the freeze rounds from the shotgun. And this is where the freeze rounds finally become really useful, because there's a nice, hardy, tough enemy that we can, you know, freeze and then blast away with a single shot that would normally take a lot of ammo from any other weapon. So, that's pretty good. And the freeze rounds are finally starting to show their purpose, which is very handy. They will be a lot useful, They will be a lot more useful later in the game as well. Let me empty out this lightning real quick before we swap back over to the rocket launcher. Runs out really fast, but it's really good. Some good old-fashioned LG action right here. There we go. I don't know if I mentioned this before. If I have, too bad, because I'm going to mention it again during the Hell Damnation Let's Play, but in this version of the game, it's every 33 souls that gets you a demon mode. In Hell and Damnation, it's every 66. But the reason being is just the level of the density of the enemies is a lot greater in Hell and Damnation, so they can afford to do that. Let's see if we can make good use of this thing. Alright, not bad. We're getting some good kills with it. Everybody dies! Don't let anybody live! Sorry, not working on me. Anyway, yeah, so there's a good demonstration of using the freeze rounds on those guys. They're very good. And these levels know that they're good against them. That's why they give us boxes of the things later on. And we will definitely be using those. I think there's one point where I have more freeze rounds than I have... What am I doing? Let me get the rocket launcher. I have more freeze rounds than I have regular shotgun shells. There we go. That's some carnage. That's some good splash damage. Yeah, see, this guy, he can eat bullets unless you ignite his flamethrower. However, that's able to be done. Oh man, I love this weapon so much. There's still, I think, one more weapon we have to get. Hell and Damnation has some other weapons that are not in this version. I don't know if those weapons were introduced in Hell and Damnation or if they were introduced in Battle Out of Hell. Because Hell and Damnation is kind of the HD collection of... Well, it sort of is. It's kind of like one uncut campaign. This campaign and the Battle Out of Hell one put together. It's really quite strange. It's not a proper HD collection, but I still accept the idea of it being Painkiller HD. But enough about that game. More about this game, which I still think is actually kind of better. Alright, I have 100 stakes. I better start using that. And this is where I'm going to be like really ammo conscious and trying to use all the stuff that I have to the best of my abilities. I'm actually pretty low on rockets now. Also, the grenades from the stake gun and the rockets from the rocket launcher consume the same ammo, so you don't want to... If you're low on rockets and you swap over to the stake gun and start spamming grenades, it's going to consume the same ammo, so you can't really do that. You can't just swap over and you know, keep all your ammo. Which makes perfect sense. There's a lot of games that do that. A lot of more old school FPS games like this one. Yeah, this encounter we're going to get a lot of those dudes with the flamethrowers, so I better stock up on freeze rounds if there are any available, which I don't think there are. We will scavenge around and see if we can find them. Kind of trying to get them all to spawn before I go too crazy here. Yeah, I think it's if you hit them directly in the flamethrower as their critical hit spot, but otherwise they just eat bullets like crazy. And it's not even worth it. I'm trying to dodge their grenades though, because like, if I can trigger them, if I can be close enough to trigger their flamethrower attack and then hit them, it seems like it works that way. Yeah, stuff is just bouncing off of that guy. There we go. And they go up in flames! Don't have a lot of freeze rounds right now, but I do need to be using them. Not terribly difficult to dodge their grenades, luckily. There we go. This area also has a lot of ammo in it if you can scavenge around for it. It's just in the corners. Pretty good on shotgun shells now, but we still don't have many freeze rounds. I'm starting to memorize in this game what ammo box means what, and the freeze rounds are definitely very distinct in their design. Alright, new enemy type. These are... Oh god, it's the Curse of the Cannibal Confederates. They literally look like Confederate zombies. Yeah, they're little military soldiers with their guns and their bayonets. They look like, you know, single-shot rifles or muskets, and they're pretty weak. They're like basically this enemy's, or this level's horde enemy, where they just come at you in swarms and they can't really take a lot of punishment. Painkiller is good against them, but don't do it in a very large swarm. Otherwise, the rocket launcher is good for clearing them all out. Everything is good for clearing them out, basically, except for the stake gun. Although I might have to use the stake gun on them a couple times. This encounter takes forever to clear out because it's so big, this area, and it's not really sure where to go to kill the next enemy, to spawn the next group of enemies, or to go to the next checkpoint. It's just, it's a mess. But I suppose it's cool. This is the biggest wide open area type of level we've had so far. A lot of the other levels have been really closed in. You can really pick up some speed out here. Remember those for later. They'll have to be blown up, as everything does in this game. Trying to get majority of the enemies to spawn before I go into demon mode here, because I want to make sure I get good use out of it. But I don't know if this is really the encounter to do that for, so it might just have to be wasted. I mean, there might be more strategic ways to plan when you're going to get it, to get the best efficiency out of it, but I don't know. It just kind of happens that way. There we go. We got almost all of them. That really wasn't that great because I ran away trying to think that more enemies were going to spawn over there instead. Such was not the case. During this recording session, I tried to be a little bit more conscious of picking up the souls, because there were a lot of times, I think, earlier in the LP where I just kind of sped past a lot of the enemies. We're pretty much good. See, now, later in the level, though we played conservatively, we're good on pretty much all of our ammo. But realizing that we start at a default ammo for every weapon, going from at the beginning of every level, we might as well go ahead and use it all up. I really want to get some armor. I'm trying to see if there's any armor back here. Just having 0 armor kind of worries me. I think we'll be okay, though. I think there's actually some in that area if we can go in there. Yeah, let's see. Good thing we're indestructible. Yeah, there's the armor up there. So I guess I can talk a little bit about upcoming Let's Plays and whatnot. I'm really, as I've said a million times before, kind of struggling to get through Bulletstorm. which I really shouldn't be because it is a game I really do enjoy. I shouldn't be having this hard of a time getting motivated to do the Let's Play for it. But actually things are coming along really well for the Dishonored Let's Play. I'm quite surprised actually. Like, I thought I was going to have to do some really extensive test playing to get that game down, but so far I think I've gotten it pretty good because I finished my no kills and no upgrades run, which was pretty challenging, but I was really rewarding as well. I'm glad I was able to finish that in good time. And now I'm doing a run where I get every upgrade and kill everyone, so that's going pretty well. I'm not sure what run I'm actually going to do for the Let's Play, or if I want to do multiple runs, or what I want to do. It's going to be a long process to make my mind. So we're almost full on ammo for the Electro Driver, so I'm going to bring it out and deal with these Confederate zombies again. There is a way, as you can see here, I think I talked about how to throw out the Mega Shuriken. It's like when you're firing the shurikens and then you hit the lightning at the same time, you can, like, it's almost like you're charging the lightning with the shurikens and you throw out this large disc. I'm out of lightning already, so I'm just going to keep using the shurikens. Again, not the most powerful weapon in the game, but just the concept of it is just pure awesomeness. Every weapon in this game is like that, pretty much. Well, they're all equally competent in dealing with enemies. It's just, you know, you can only have one rocket launcher. You know what I mean? There's a health boost in there, but I can't really pick it up right now because I have more than 100 health. I think that was considered a secret area there. At the time it was. We're almost ready to go back into demon mode, and we're still basically fighting in the same area. That's pretty good, I do have to say. Hopefully we can make this a little bit more worth it than last time, though. I think that's ammo for the shurikens there. Alright, that's good. I just had to edit out a section there because I was wandering around aimlessly on the map trying to figure out where the next area was, and I realized I had to wait for these things to blow up, which is really annoying and vague, and the game doesn't tell you about it. So, yeah, like I said, this section of the level, not that great on the design-wise because, like I said, you're basically just wandering around this big open area waiting for the next checkpoint to appear, and it seems like very, very redundant, the whole thing. There's a convenient exploding barrel in front of those guys that made short work of them, and the shurikens being not that powerful are not really going to be that useful against those guys with the flamethrowers. But, oh look, demon mode. How convenient. Let's see if we can make good use out of it this time. We've been doing pretty good about that in this level so far. It's like the third time we've used it in this level. Watch, I bet there's more guys inside there. Sure enough. Learn to be more patient with that. Got some more electricity there. I'm not sure how much you get per box, but it looks like we picked up like 4 boxes there. But yeah, or 2 boxes was it? I'm not sure. By the way, the game at least gives you the little arrow indicating where the next enemies are, or the surviving enemies in that encounter. I don't think they're up there. They gotta be back in that building. Somewhere here. You gotta be out there somewhere. I'll be amazed if they're anywhere else. Oh, and now suddenly this door is miraculously open because that makes a whole lot of sense. But this does allow us to go in the next area here, which is inside this section of the building. I hopped up on these stairs earlier to get up here, but the door was not open, so now we can actually go the proper way in there. Still have too much health to pick up that bonus. We're actually doing really good so far in this level. This part kind of reminds me of the, what is it, the 3rd stage of level 1. One guy still look over there. How did I miss that guy? I was just down there picking up that ammo. Yeah, I definitely easily recognized the stake ammo because it's the only like upright crate because of how tall and long they are. Alright, let me see if I can try to find the next checkpoint. It's probably going to be in some random obscure location as well. Wow, we've got ridiculously good ammo for the rocket launcher right now. We've got a full 100 rockets and almost 500 chain gun rounds. I think 500 is the max. So one thing I don't like about these checkpoints in this level is they could be anywhere on this huge, massive map and we wouldn't know it. It's gotta be in an area we just discovered, though. Shall we go back up? I think so. Oh, one guy left. Well, the music stopped. Why do we think there was a guy left? And the arrow wasn't even pointing us the right direction. I guess it didn't spawn yet. Weird.